And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a fun and exciting, whatever today is. Tuesday, I think. It's only Tuesday. But we're here, and we're Minecrafting, and it's going to be fine. We're going to have all the fineness and stuff. I'm going to also adjust my microphone because it was weird. All right, let's get back into Create Mod because that's fun. Right? Yeah, fairly certain. Create Mod is fun, and yeah, I'm also trying to put my chorus fruit farm back together, and it's happening, but it's slow. But that's not what we're here to do today. Today we're here to work on the Central Park area here. Okay. This whole area, this big green field between the cookie shop over there and McBurger Hut and Luigi and Mario's and all that stuff, that is all going to happen here. So, let's see. Now, I've got a bunch of coarse dirt, which I'm going to use to set out. Well, I'm going to use for the part of the path, okay? At least part of it. We'll see how the rest of it goes. But I do want to do a couple of things. I don't think I have any stone. Look, my backpack is empty. Okay. I cleaned out my inventory. That means I have nothing. Okay. I have no anything, which is, fun and stuff. I wonder, did I even pick up my boxes from over here? That would be nice. I did not. Okay, cool. Oops. And now my coarse dirt lives here. Awesome. I was just looking to see if I had any smooth stone. Well, smooth stone in general. That's concrete powder, which is like smooth stone, but totally and completely different. No, I do seem to be out of the smooth stone. Okay, no big deal. We'll just wing it. 'Tis fine. So we need to do a couple of things here first. We need to figure out where the path is going to start. So I think sort of in here. Okay, now I'm going to end up taking out most of this path that I'm going to put down and replace it with something else. Okay. But we are going to have a path come out this way a little bit. Now, I think what I want to do, I don't know. I was thinking I might actually want to loop it around, which could be nice. I do want to come in over here-ish. Yeah, somewhere over here we'll connect our path, so that we can come up here into Wasteful Cookies. Okay. The other path is going to need to come over this way, I think. Yeah, we'll bring the other path this way so you can come into McBurger Hut. Okay. So that becomes the next question is, what do I want this trail to look like? So I think what I'm going to do is let's kind of run it this way. So I have a little bit of path going like this. And I think let's go ahead and run this kind of sort of this way. I don't think it totally matters. But yeah, honestly, having it come across this way too for this entrance into Wasteful Cookies would be a good thing. Okay, so we'll bring this trail sort of along this way. Okay. And then I think I want to bring another one sort of around like so, okay? And this isn't going to be straight. I don't want it to be straight. I want it to be sort of, I don't know, sort of loopy and weird and stuff. Okay, maybe not loopy, but meandering might be the right word. Okay. Right, so the idea is we've got a couple of these paths sort of weaving their way here through whatever. Okay. So that's that idea. Though, do I want? No, I don't think so. I mean, I could potentially bring a little bit up this way towards this little gate. That's definitely a possibility. Okay. It's a definite possibility there. All right. So that's the idea. All right. We're going to set this up and we're going to build ourselves a road. Now, hang on. What's underneath here? Nothing. Good. That is as it should be. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to dig out some of this path. So we're sort of going along with whatever happened with the shapes here. Okay. And yeah, if I end up digging it out and going in a little bit of a weird direction from what I originally put in, that's okay. We'll go with it. Because, you know, it's more organic that way. Or, you know, something. And, you know, for a man-made trail, obviously it has to be organic, but, you know, something. However, I do want all of this grass back. Grass is great. All right. So we'll keep that. And now let's go ahead and bring some trail over this way. Or at least void. It's going okay, Harry. How are you? Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. So we'll just sort of bring this all around and kind of do a thing. Yeah, because I don't know what's going to go here. Remember, I tend to build based off vibes. So we'll just go for it. You're good. That's great. That's great. Glad to hear it. Yeah, over there in Kickland, you know, all the good stuff, right? All right. So basically, that's going to be the trail. Let's fly up here for a minute and take a look. So I'm going to come in, we'll fill in with some coarse dirt, and then we'll do some other fun stuff. The stream's been going for about 5-10 minutes, but so far, so good, Harry. So far, so good. Okay. Do I only stream Minecraft? Pretty much. Every once in a while, I'll stream something else, but mostly it's Minecraft. All right. Hang on. Gotta pick up all my gobbledygook. So much gobbledygook. All the gobble that you could gook. God. All right. As I said, I do want to pick up this grass. I've got plenty of dirt, really, but some extra grass would be nice. All right. Part of the reason I'm not sleeping right now is I want my chorus fruit farm to grow a bit. So we're gonna let it do its thing. Definitely let those plants get a little bit bigger before the before the harvester goes through. What genre of games do I prefer? I don't know. Mostly, I mean, Minecraft is my favorite game, but I also like single player story games, things like Horizon Zero Dawn or Tomb Raider, Uncharted, right? Those types of things. I also like racing games. Yeah, some of those can be really fun too. Not that I have a lot of time to play anything, but you know, it is what it is. It's the joy of being an adult. All right. So we'll see what this path looks like as we get a little bit more full here. Obviously, I've got a lot of spaces where I need to expand out the dirt. I've got lots of holes still in the ground. But the plan here is to take all of this happy little dirt, right? It's going to be the basis for the path. We'll start filling in with some other things. I might even go make some mud blocks, or probably mud brick to go in the path. And then a few other things as we move along. I'm also thinking, because I've got a nice trail saying, we're going to be doing good stuff. Adding some other cool things. Do mostly D&D and shooters. Nice. Yeah, I used to play a bunch of Apex Legends, but honestly, I was not good. And I sort of, I got caught up with something I was doing in Minecraft, and yeah, never went back to go shooty in Apex. Okay, that's good stuff. But yeah, D&D is fun. Of course, I haven't been part of a campaign in like 1,000 years, but it's definitely fun. I think the last campaign I was part of, I was the DM. So, which was fine. All right, I think let's go ahead and sleep, because I do need to keep the phantoms away. Okay, we'll just catch a little sleep there. Yeah, I was running a game for a couple of my kids, so they wanted to play and didn't have anyone who could run a game for them, so. Do I play with OC? I don't know what OC is. Of course, those... Or do you mean original content? I haven't lately. Again, I was running the campaign for my kids, and I didn't have time to write anything, so... We were just running a campaign that she had. Alright, let's go get some smooth stone, so I can get some... I want to get the crossings in place for the track. And then I think... While we're back here in the storage, let's pick up some granite, because I think there's some fun stuff to do with that. Because I think I want to use the granite, some of the granite path blocks. In fact, I say I might have some, but I probably don't. I want to do something a little different from what I've done before, so we'll take a look. Paths. Yeah. Good blocks there, but not what I'm looking for. All right, so I am looking for a brain. That's it. I am looking for a brain. I know I came in here for reasons. I'm not that old that I totally forgot what I was here for. No. I remember. It was smooth stone and granite. I totally remember. I didn't just have to spend all of this time remembering what I just said because I'm old. No, it was fine. Someday you too will be old, and this is what will happen to you. All right. Okay. All right. So grab some smooth stone. I guess I can grab a couple of stacks. I suppose I should look and see if I have any slabs already made up, but not that they're hard to craft. But okay. All right. So that's good, and then let's grab some granite. Granite. There we go. Okay, we'll grab a bunch of granite. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so far so good. We are having, how you say, the good day. Kinda, sorta. It's a thing. I'm kind of curious. I wonder if Are my trains running? Oh no, they're all backed up over here because of stupid. Okay, excuse me a minute. My train has been afflicted with stupid. Could we try to avoid that in the future? Okay. Yeah, you're good? Okay. All right. Hopefully we can avoid the stupid in the future. Oh yeah, I work at a university, in fact. Yeah, I manage servers as my career, so you know, a lot of fun and excitement there. All right, you're kidding me. I didn't center the. All right, hang on. I gotta fix stupid here. Hang on. Oh, right. These are going to take 18,000 years to break. Excuse me, we're going to... Oh, okay. Never mind. They're mesh fences. We're good. Never mind. Fine. Everything's fine. Oh, axe probably. Yep. All right. Cool. All right, so this is going to slide in this way. I think I want this to go down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Actually, you know what? I think I want those lower. Let's go ahead and drop those down. Train. Okay. When working on the railroad all the livelong day, one should ensure that they do not get hit by trains as they run by. Okay? They don't tell you that in the song, but it's 100% true. Don't get hit by the trains while working alongside the railroad. It kind of tingles. Okay. All right, so this sidewalk is going to come along this way. All right, wonderful. Grab a chicken cheeseburger here. Okay, now I do want to bring another bit of path coming across here. Yeah, yep. Take care, Harry. You have a fabulous, wonderful, and/or exciting day. And thank you so much for that follow as well. All right, so let's see. I want to run this. There. Can I run this here? Yes, I can. Perfect. All right, so yeah, we'll just put this here. And because the city planners were probably smoking something illicit, they put a street lamp in the middle of the sidewalk. But I'm sure that's okay. Hang on. We're just going to assume that grass in the delivery system is not a health code violation and move on with life. It's the cookie train. All right. And yeah, this one's just going to be little. Okay. We'll just do one block here. Okay. This is just a small crossing. I guess I could make it bigger, but wait, no. Not supposed to crash things. Wow. That idea's not mine for a channel. Well, good for you. Good for you. This isn't the place to be spamming out your stuff, but no, I mean, you're welcome to join my Discord server as long as you don't spam. Ah, whoa! That they're juggling an iron golem over there. The sandwich train hit it, and then the Mario hit it. And now the iron golem is, well, dearly departed. Trains are fun. Anyway, let us see what we are going to do now. We have this fun happening Counter. All right, so we're going to have a little bit of a path, obviously, that comes up here. Now, I got weird, and yes, I built this a block low. I really should have built it up a little bit, but it should be fine. Orky schmocky. All right, so now we're going to have to deal with the rest of this path. So the next question is, how do I want to deal with this path? First thing, let's get a crafting station set up. Well, you can just join my Discord. It's in the panels below. Or let's see if this actually posts over to... Whoa, train. Yeah. Well, that's just a silly place for that to be. But again, it's not the place to be spamming out your channels. So... All right, so what I want to do is let's get... Oh, granite. Thank you. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get some of this path. Now, the dumble paving, square paving. I don't think I want to do the square. That's a little weird, but I want something. Let's. You know, I like the basket weave. Let's just grab a little bit of the basket weave and see what this looks like. Yeah. All right, because what I want to do with this is basically bring this around. You know, it looks good. I mean, the block itself looks fine. It's not the feel I'm going for here. It's a little bit too polished. I mean that in a... not in like, it looks like somebody polished the blocks sort of way. I'm thinking, let's try this. Yeah, see that's, again, it's, I think there's one that looks more like crumbled stone. So maybe we'll get that, because that's just looking a little bit too pretty. Not that pretty is a bad thing. Okay. That's a little pretty is good, but yeah, that's a little bit more of what I was thinking about here. So we're going to run some of this out this way. And yeah, I think I do want to widen this a little bit, so we'll run a little bit more of this this dirt here. We'll come pick up some more of the path as we go, but you know, I don't think I actually want it on the coarse dirt. That would be fine. All right, so this is definitely a thing that's happening here. Okay. All right. So, all right. You know, I don't think I want it on that path block. Though, as I go, I think I may take out that path block too. So, you know, that's a thing. Now, long term, I don't intend to leave these torches here, okay? That's just a temporary lighting thing. We'll fix the lighting as we go. Okay, but I think we're going to be going okay. Oh, that's right. I did want to have some path blocks here. Okay. Yeah, we'll make this 3 blocks and we'll pull this out. All right. Okay, again, let's not step in front of the trains because that would be a little bit funky. All right. And I really need to figure out some sort of patio or something for wasteful cookies, but it's all right. We'll just kind of go with it and we'll see. No. No, 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 no. Yeah, see, I just don't like the gravel on the dirt, so we're gonna keep that separate here. Okay. I will look at it after stream. I'm not going to stop stream to do things. All right. Yeah, definitely going to need some more granite. So we're doing this gravel strewn rocky path, which is great. All right. So let's see. Yeah. Honestly, if you expect a streamer to drop everything they're doing to look at your stuff, you're woefully misinformed. Okay. Oh, get this stuff up here too. All right, come on, out we go. Out we go. Sweet. Yeah, I think this is gonna widen up here a little bit too. Not entirely sure how wide I want this to be. I do want to put a fence, so probably that's not going to go there. I do want to put a fence along the rails on both sides, because the idea is, okay, you're walking in from the fountain perhaps, and you want to go over there, you want to go over there, but let's not have people walking in and, you know, walking up and stepping onto the tracks and getting run over and stuff. That just seems, it seems like a reasonable safety precaution, you know? Okay. I do need to get another block in there with the path. I don't know quite what I want to do. But I could come in with some, some packed mud might be good. Let's talked about that earlier, I think. Yeah, and it's okay that train can't find its path. It'll find its way eventually. It's a smart train. It studies. It knows how to use. Well, I was going to say it knows how to use navigational tools, but the number of times that thing has crashed, I'm not entirely sure it actually does know how to navigate anything. Okay, so I think that's doing okay. So if I want to make mud, which I think I do here, that's pretty much just coarse dirt and water. Okay. I think I even have a mud maker. Actually, I'm almost positive I have a mud maker. Let's go take a look. It's a thing. I need to get more riders on my merry-go-round because it's looking a little sad and lonely. Yeah, we'll go this way. Okay, so look both ways for trains crossing. Gotta deal with the trains crossing. All right. Oh, you know, if I'm going to make mud, I'm probably going to want some dirt. You know, it's just one of those things. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do it. All right, let's head down to the mud machine. I even remember where it is, surprisingly enough. It is over here somewhere. Right over here. There we go. Dirt goes in here. What? Okay, Minecraft, we gonna do this or not? Okay. 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we'll get. Oh, hey, what do you know? 2, 3, 4. We'll just take some of that, and then if I want to make it packed mud, oh, I need. Oh, right. I need straw or I need wheat. Great. All right. Yeah, because packed mud actually looks really good as a path block. So let's go see if I have straw. If not, I do have wheat. So we'll take either. Oh, nope, that's tree bark. Okay. Not quite what I had in mind, but we'll keep her going. All right. And we have straw. Perfect. 2. Actually, it was just 2, I think, wasn't it? All right, let's go ahead and craft this into packed mud. Yes. Wonderful. Yeah, so it's 1 straw or 2 wheat or something like that. It's use half as much straw as you do wheat. That's where that's going. Okay. We should sleep. We should sleep. All right. And we'll see how this goes. Because, yeah, I think adding some of this dirt in, it's going to look pretty okay. Now, there are a few places I might work around a little bit so I can put regular dirt in the middle of some coarse dirt or something. So I can get the texture variation, but not worry about it turning to grass, because that's not at all what I had in mind here. All right. Yeah, so I think what I want to do is, like, we'll take... Oops. Right, we'll mix in some... That's really bright. That's okay. That's just fine. We'll make it happen. It'll be great. Okay. So I'm just gonna dig out a little bit of space here. We'll that goes away. And wow. I don't know if I'm wow. All right, fine. Since I'm down here, I'll pick up the grass and stuff. It's okay. Okay. It's just fine. I can do it. Jetpacks, man. They're not as easy as you would expect, right? It's like, oh, jetpack, it's easy. I can fly anywhere. Woo ha hee. No, that's not quite how well that works. Oh, right. This should be... We need to have a little bit of sidewalk happen in there. All right. All right, so yeah, so we'll just bring some more of this around. So basically, I'm just gonna come dig a little bit of space where I think would be good to put some mud, and then we'll come back and we'll do some detailing, and we'll see how this looks as I add some more path blocks in here. And I might actually come in with some actual just granite blocks as well to fill out this path, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like as we go. Okay, but first, gotta clean up your mess before you start the next project, right? Is that how that works? I don't know if the rest of you had parents who taught you things like that, but mine didn't. I just felt the need to go get grass. Actually, I think my mom probably tried, but I was a bad listener. I did not pay attention to those sorts of lessons. You know, I've noticed that a lot of my packed mud is sort of on the inside of the path. It's like the inside of the circle. So I may, we'll see as we come around. So we're basically just going to do a bunch of rounds, adding more texture to this path and trying to widen it out and things like that. But there are definitely places where it feels like I need to slip out around the other side. Like, Yeah, maybe over here. This gravel is feeling a little bit out of place. But yeah, let's bring a little bit this way. Let's move this gravel out a little bit. And it's not gravel, it's granite strewn rocky path. Okay, but yeah. Still, it's a thing. All right, so yeah, so the path will come around this way. Let's widen it just a little bit. So we'll bring this over here. All righty then. All righty then. Oh, hang on. Got a thing at work I just need to reply to. All right. I don't think I'm going to have to respond to this, but good to know. I'm not exactly on call, but I do like to be available if necessary for work things, you know. All right, so yeah, I do need to bring some of this path around this way. So you see that side's a bit wider than what we've got over here. So I think I'm gonna widen this out just a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's go and bring in some mud here. All right. Now we'll see. I might move this train signal back a little bit. Oh, hang on. I think are we all backed up over here again? Nope. Trains seem to be running okay. That's a plus. Probably because a couple of them have parked because they don't need to run anymore. All right. All right. So that goeth there. So what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm placing blocks. All right. So let's actually turn some of this packed mud. Oh. Okay. Apparently okay, there we go. Mud bricks. That's way more mud bricks than I was planning, but that's okay, I guess. No, it's not. We're gonna have to go make more mud. Some more packed mud. It'll be fun. It'll be. We're okay. We're not getting hit by a train, especially a haunted one. Those are the ones to avoid. Okay, it's bad enough getting hit by just a regular train, but getting hit by a haunted train is just. Yeah, that's something to be avoided in most cases, okay? If you can, avoid getting hit by the haunted train. Okay, so let's go ahead and get, not the grass. But, of course, I did have more mud down there, so. All right, well, we'll just throw this dirt in the mixer anyway. So we have extra mud when we come back because, you know, that's a thing. It's totally a thing. All right, right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got all the mud, but we do have to turn that into packed mud first, so we'll head back up and deal with that. It is nice having farms and stuff, right? I heard somebody say once, and it may have been Pixel Riffs who said something along the lines of, isn't it sort of the goal of most Minecrafters, survival Minecrafters, that basically end up playing in creative because you have everything. I don't quite agree with that sentiment, but he's also not entirely wrong either. Okay. We're gonna have some packed mud. All right, good. Because we'll mix and match some of that packed mud, or some of the mud bricks, with our packed mud and our coarse dirt as the as this trail goes around. Okay. Now I should put some form of, I don't know, something pretty in the middle of this. Okay. I don't know what, but something. Okay. Do have plenty of. All right. So I want to be sure. All right. Just gonna deal with this, and where I've ended up with a lot of the mud there on the outside, or on the inside of this circle. I said I may end up coming in and trying to deal with some of that. Okay, but we'll keep this going. No, okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna have to move. Yep, all this granite is gonna move over here, I think. All right. Yeah, there are definitely some places here, I think, where it's going to be fairly obvious that we're going to have to up our path game a little bit, but that's all right. I mean, it's Minecraft. It's what we do. All right. And I don't... So it kind of feels like I'm missing a few things, but that's all right. All right, so let's get this... Get these bricks in place. And yeah, the bricks aren't bad. They definitely add some texture. And some variation, which is good. That line of mud is just wrong. Let's see. Take a little packed mud here. Let's coarse dirt out that way. Okay. Oh, the mud has such a good sound. Mojang, say what you will about some of the stuff, okay? And there's definitely some places where I definitely think there may be some areas for improvement. But the sound design in Minecraft is pretty on point. I'm actually really excited to see some of the stuff that they've got in the latest update. I haven't really spent a lot of time in 1.21.17 or something like that. I mean, they had 16 or 1.21.6 and now it's not 7 or whatever it is. They blew through that update quick because they had a pretty significant memory issue that they had to get sorted out. And Minecraft will leak memory on occasion anyway, but this was particularly bad, so. But yeah, with our little happy gassed update. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, see, that side's looking a little bit better than this one. And there are a few places like here where I think I want to bring out this bit of path this way. And let's see if we can sort this out here a little bit. So I think we'll run a little bit of that around this way. Okay. Basically, there are tools to do this. Okay. If you were to get really crazy, you could have a a mod or something that comes through and places blocks for you and does other stuff, but you know. Well, I'm all for modded Minecraft. That's a little bit much. Okay, run some of that over here. Let's put some brick in. I don't want to create a much of a line there because that would be a little awkward and weird. Okay. Now the next thing I think I'm going to do is as I come around and do one more pass, I think I'm going to do a pass of granite blocks. Okay. But this is looking mostly okay. Slip another brick in over here. And trust me, there are definitely Minecrafters that spend a lot more time looking at some of this stuff and say, you know what? No, I actually want this very specific thing right here. Yeah, that's not me. Okay, yeah, that needs to be broken up a little bit, but okay. I think I do want to leave a little bit of the brick in places, or leave a little the brick. Yes, I definitely want to leave a little bit of the brick in places, but I want to leave some of the grass in actually. So we've got a little bit of, you know, pathiness and a little bit of grassiness coming in, and it's like, yeah, this was a thing. Okay. Let's take this out. All right. Okay, yeah, this little piece of gravel I think is going to need to go. But I think that would be a great place for some granite. Which I might actually have to go back and get, because I think most of my granite got turned into the this rocky path block, so we'll have to play with that a bit. Okay, this is doing mostly okay. I think let's do that one. All right. Yeah, so far I think this is doing okay. Said we'll get. I'm going to be making some holes here, and then we'll come around with some granite. Actually, we'll go down and pick up all the blocks I've dropped on the floor, because that's just where I'm at in my life. Okay. Time to run the circuit, and then we'll go get some granite. Which, I think I've got a fair amount of granite. I don't think I need to worry about that, but guess we'll find out when we get up there. So, anyway, in other fun, stupid jerkface bee stabbed me in the eye. I mean, I can't blame the stupid jerkface bee. I scared it. Didn't know it was there. It saw me and it tried to fly away and got caught between my ball cap and my sunglasses. I sort of bounced around here for a little bit, and then of course, I hate bees. I do not get on well with bees. Okay, and so I flailed around like a drunken muppet, and the bee was not happy about any of that situation, and stabbed me. I got stung right under the eye over here. So that's unpleasant. Granite. There we go. So yeah. Oh, I did have granite. Okay. So yeah. So if you have the chance to get stung by a bee, pass on that, because it's not nearly as much fun as it sounds. Good news is I'm not allergic or anything like that. So it's just, and I took some antihistamine to try to reduce the effect of the sting, because The problem I have, not just the fact that, hey, I just got poked in the eye, or, under the eye, but the fact that your body does have a histamine reaction and swells and stuff. Fortunately, if you're not allergic, that's all you get. If you are allergic, you could die, and that sucks. But I'm a big fan of not dying. So if that's something you have to worry about, yeah, be sure you keep your, whatever they call it, if it's just adrenaline or whatever, so you don't have to worry about random bee deaths. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. I think I'm going to come back and we'll add a little bit more granite and I think try to sort out some more of the path, but this is kind of starting to look mostly okay. All right. Yeah, and again, I want that looks weird. Hang on. Let's do this. We'll put some granite. Yeah, oh, no. Maybe I will put some granite underneath that block I dug out. Okay, that's not bad. Oops, okay, I can get out. I can do it. I can push buttons. Okay. For a minute there, I was worried that I actually could not push buttons and, I'd have been stuck in there forever. That would have been just sad. Okay. Yeah, so aside from placing blocks in the wrong place, we're doing okay. We're not placing Brock in the wrong place. He's pretty good at that stone gym that he's got out there in what's it, Unova? No. Kanto? I think that's right, Kanto. I don't know. I'm not a Pokemon guy. I don't know about Pokemon. Pokemon's that thing my kids do. Is there a way I could sound older? Probably not. That's just... Okay, so yeah, this isn't too... Let's do a little bit of variation here. So I want to bring in a little bit more mud this way. Yeah, that's kind of getting there. Okay. Yeah, this isn't bad. This is, but the rest of it, yeah, kind of okay. Okay, so I'm just basically going to try to keep an eye out too for places where I could add a little extra variation where it looks like it needs a little bit of a touch. This whole long line of coarse dirt, I want to break that up a little bit. Okay, so we'll just slap a little granite in there. I want a little bit more pathing here. So we're going to come in with some granite. And then a bunch of other stuff here, I'm sure. But all right. Yeah, we'll add some coarse dirt there. Let's go ahead and bring in... Do I want to do some more mud? No. Actually... No, that's fine. And let's go ahead and put some... I'm going to put some pathing in, right? Some of these path blocks. Just in a few places where I think it will sort of, well, help with the path, actually, just a little bit. Okay. And there are a few places like this, for example, where I could come in with regular dirt, right? See, it's a little bit lighter than the coarse dirt, but because it's completely surrounded by not grass, excuse me, because it's surrounded by not grass, it won't change. So that's fine. Sort of feels like I want a little bit of extra something here. I don't know what. Maybe let's come in with a little bit of the mud brick. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. And we'll do need to widen this a little bit. So we'll... All right. Hang on. Let's just shift some blocks. Wow. All right. That was intentional. I totally meant to drop down here and pick up all of these blocks that I've dropped. I didn't accidentally just fall down a hole because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. No, that's not it at all. It was 100% intentional. It was totally, absolutely intentional. Totally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So some little granite in there. Let's put some. Nope, that's regular dirt. That's not going to be good. It's grass, coarse dirt. There we go. Okay, that's still not what I'm looking for. All right, coarse dirt. That's the ticket. All right. Okay, yeah, this is doing all right. I've got a few places here where definitely want to mess things up just a little bit. It's just a little too tidy. Needs a little bit. Plus, the path needs to be wider in a couple of places. Also, there are a few places like this where the path is starting to feel like it's a little bit too straight, right? See, over there, we've got a lot of sort of curviness to it. We get onto this side, especially this stretch, and it's feeling a little bit too straight. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna slide that way a little bit, and then let's come in here. We'll pull this way a little bit. Okay. Coarse dirt. Yeah, that'll be good. And yeah, the side is a little bit straighter. You know, we'll deal with that, but all right. Now, as far as what the wall is going to look like, the short answer is I don't know. Okay, I haven't really thought about it much. But I think partly what I'm going to do with that is we'll do a little bit of like stone or cobblestone, or hey, Minecraft is going to crash. All right, hang on. We'll start that up. Well, we'll some stone or cobblestone or something, and maybe add some bushes, stuff like that, right, to help it to help that along. I think that's the plan. So as Minecraft restarts, we'll get back into this. Okay. No, it's fine. Totally fine. I'm going to have to do some work off at some point here in the next month or so. I have to rearrange my computers. I'm doing I've got a 2 PC setup. But my current stream PC, excuse me, sorry, my nose is just now itchy. My current stream PC is running Windows 10, and I can't upgrade it, which is a problem because Stream Deck just put out an update that's not Windows 10 compatible. It requires Windows 11, so that kind of sucks. So, so I have to shift some things around so that my Windows 11 machine becomes my main machine, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with my Windows 10 box. So we've got issues, but also why don't I have sound? That's weird. I have no sound. I had some a minute ago. All right, hang on. This isn't good. This was working fine just a moment ago. Let's see now. Let's be sure. Output. My output got changed? Way to go, Minecraft. You really screwed everything up. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, we got it fixed. We got it fixed. It's all good. Yeah, it's just for some reason, when Minecraft crashed, Windows changed its output device. It's like, really? Something? Okay. So yeah, that's regular dirt. That's not what I want. I need coarse dirt. And yeah, we'll bring in some granite. That's fine. And then a few places, yeah, bring in some paths. This, I think I want to widen this aspect here a little bit. Because it's just not quite right for what I'm looking for as far as just general anything. It's just not right. It's not. There are things that it is, but right is definitely not it.
There is something that is not right.
See, there we go. All right, let's take a overhead look at this. Okay, yeah, I think this is looking pretty okay, actually. Kind of like that. There are a few places. Okay, I need to bring some sidewalk in over here. Okay, which is just fine. Okay, we'll just bring in some of these. Oops. That's fine. No one will know. All right. I mean, who's going to know? Nobody. Nobody's going to know. It's just going to be there. Nobody's going to notice a thing. Okay. All right. So this is definitely a thing that's going on. Right. Right. All right. All right, so far so good. So yeah, so the next thing I want to do here is deal with some fencing coming around and all that good stuff. Some fence, some wall, something. Basically, I just need a visual barrier, something that looks like it would be a fence, not like an actual fence, right? I don't want to pull out the chain link fence like I've got around the playground over there or the windmills. This is friendly fencing, okay? This is, yes, there's a fence here. We're not going to totally hide it from you. We just don't want it to feel like you're trapped in the park where you could be hunted down by zombies and eaten, okay? This is a no zombie eating zone, okay? The zombies want a burger, they can grab a burger. We don't want them eating visitors to the park, okay? I think this is how this should go with the whole zombies not eating people thing, okay? We have chicken cheeseburgers, that should be fine, okay? If they don't like that, we've got pizza, we've got sandwiches, we've got spaghetti. The zombies don't need to be eating villagers, okay? Okay. Okay. And KO and also something. Also, if I had some moss, that would probably be a good thing. But I don't really have moss, so we're gonna deal with the not moss for a while, I guess. All right, so I need a bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead and settle my inventory down here just a touch. And let's go get some cobblestone. Also want to take a look and see if I have some... I'm almost certain I've got some mossy cobblestone somewhere. Okay. Not a lot, I would expect, but some probably. Because that would be good. The other thing I'm going to have to do is probably get some leaves. So we'll have to farm some trees and stuff, but let's see. I've got some stone bricks, which is not at all what I'm looking for. I have so many bones in here. I don't know why I have so many bones, but I do. I have so many bones. Okay, so... Right. Okay. Definitely overflowed my ore box, didn't I? All right. Well, anyway, what I don't have in here is mossy stone. Let's see if any of that made it in here. Yes. There's some mossy cobblestone. Okay, so that's good. And we'll grab some more mossy, which is said that's going to be great. I don't know that I'm going to need a huge amount of it, but we'll definitely need some. Yeah, let's grab a little bit of stone. I don't know that I'm going to be using it, but it won't hurt to have some of it on hand. I do want to get some andesite, which should have some over here. Okay. Just because andesite mixes so very well with stone. Also, a little bit of tuff is probably going to be helpful. All right. And cobble. Right. All right. Now, the other thing I need to check on is leaves. Let's see if I have any. Leaves and saplings. I do have some. Mostly spruce, which is okay. Yeah. I mean, spruce leaves are fine. No. And a little bit of oak. So yeah, I may need to do a little leaf harvesting and stuff too before we get, or as we get around this project. The good news is the wall I'm about to build around the outside of this doesn't need to be anything. Okay. Right? It doesn't need to actually keep anybody in. Right? It's decorative more than being actually functional. Okay. You know, I'm curious what the ice cream truck needs that it's... What am I needing for... Probably ice. Oh, I don't think I've got it set to do berries and... Yeah, berries and melons and things would probably be helpful too, huh? Oh, also it seems to be stuck. Well, that's strange. Let's get down there and take a look. Okay, why are you stuck? Yeah, because we had stuff going where it didn't need to go? Okay. I don't know why this is doing this thing. Let's do this. Oh. No, that's a not list. The mushroom should end up in there. All right. Yeah, we just have a lot of stuff that's like this oak log should have made it through this list. This filter. That list filter has nothing on it. How weird. Okay, let's change that. Is logs. How strange. And there we go. Okay, that was strange, but okay. Yeah, so that all turns to bowls. The rest of those logs come out here and get cooked into charcoal to help fuel the system to make ice cream. Okay, but we don't need that, and so we're fine. Right. In fact, butter is necessary, you know, a few other things, but okay. That was weird. That was definitely bizarre. All right, so let's meander out this way and see what else is going on. Hopefully something good. I'm on the wrong side of everything here. There we go. We need to come in this way. All right. So let's see now. Right, now the wall can be kind of straight. So, well, that's fine. Tough is good. Some andesite as well. So the wall can be kind of straight, but I think what I'm going to do is we'll do a little bit of moving some things around. In fact, one of the things I want to do is let's shift this over here. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, just shift this over so we've got a little bit more room. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, I think. But the idea here is we're going to do a little bit of a fence. Or, like I said, a fence, a wall type thing. And it's going to be mostly kind of we'll say mostly straight as I just randomly place the blocks in just random places, because that's how randomness works. But I'm going to come through with this with some leaves and stone and a bunch of stuff to just sort of break this up. Okay. Yeah, and so where I've got some of these places where I've got these cutouts and stuff, this might be the perfect spot to build like a park bench. Maybe there's going to be a little plant or a tree here. That would be cool, right? Have some nice trees coming around. Okay. And on top of all of this stuff, we'll also do a few we'll try to do some lampposts and things like that too. Maybe I'll continue this. Well, maybe not that style because that's the thing, but maybe I'll continue some of this style here of the lamps, or we'll do some things. Say, trust me, things will get done. I don't know how they'll get done, but you know, probably somehow they'll get done. All right, this one is fine. Okay, now on that side, did I go right next to? Yeah, one block away. Okay. Cool. All right, so I could easily see, like, we'll put this in. I could have bushes and stuff sort of growing out this way a little bit. And, right, just to fill in where some of the gaps in the path are. Okay. All right, we'll just bring some of this around like so. It'll be great. No, seriously, there are things. It's gonna be a thing. We're gonna love the thing, right? Absolutely. Except for the fact that I now have stuff crashing. Why are you crashing? In fact, I don't even know why this train is running, but okay. Because I thought that one was full, but maybe I did have to go pick up a little bit of something. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be our basic wall. And I don't want this wall to be particularly high, right? I said it's designed to be as much a hint of a barrier more than an actual barrier as far as what's usable here, right? So let's grab some leaves, right? Oh, hang on. Need to craft a few things. All right, so let's bring the stone cutter out, and we're going to bring in some cobblestone stairs. We're going to bring in some cobblestone slabs. Okay. And we'll probably do some fun stuff with the andesite and stuff as well. But we're going to start boring. And then hopefully try to spruce this up as we go. Okay. So I want to come over this way a little bit. All right, because I do want to bring out some bushes kind of over here. All right. Yeah, so we'll just do a little bit of a bush there. Does my hoe have silk touch on it? I don't remember. Let's take a look. Yep, it is. It is a silky hoe. Wonderful. Okay, so. All right, so that's going to be there. We'll bring out some of this. Actually, what would be really nice would be, I don't know, I think there's a block in more recent versions of Minecraft that would be really cool here, but I don't have it, so that's fine. We'll just keep going. But in the meantime, okay, that's going. Since that's going, I'm going to go ahead and sleep so I don't trigger it again. Okay. 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 Again, I gotta. So there's stuff going on at work I do have to sort of keep an eye on just in case I have to go in. I shouldn't need to. It's not technically or even semi-officially my problem. It's an AC issue, which I'm not an HVAC tech. That's not my job. Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to bring this. I may come in with some walls and stuff too in a few places, but we're just going to bring some stuff around here. I do like the idea here too of maybe there are a few places where the walls are sort of broken down a little bit. Okay, well, yes, you could I mean, obviously you could just jump over a lot of this, but theoretically you could walk in and get run over by a train, okay? You know, because that's fun. You know, it's just, you know, fun is a thing that I've heard people have on occasion, and we're going to totally try to do that sort of thing here, okay? All right. So I'm definitely going to need that out. Let's see. Well, just get this torch out here. That's not what I wanted, but that's okay. We'll... Ow. Okay, we'll get hit by a train, but, you know, sometimes these things happen, and you just have to accept that, you know, the trains are more important than your hips, and, you know, and just live with your weird life choices, okay? All right, I think I should go get some... I should get some saplings. Maybe not right now, but we'll get some saplings. Let's put this here like that. All right, because, you know, yeah. Yeah, because I think there are a few places like here might be good to have an oak tree, right? And yeah, it may kind of mess with the sight lines a little bit. Like if you've watched B-Dub's latest episode that he did, where he drew a picture and then tried to build it in Minecraft. Now, obviously, B-Dub succeeded because he's just phenomenal. But he talked a lot about, here's how you, if you're building a build to be looked at a certain angle, here's things that you want to do. You don't want to necessarily block off sight lines of things. But having a tree here would probably be a good thing. Okay, just sort of growing up that way. Okay, and you know, maybe having something around here too. We'll take a look. I could easily see, you know, some trees and planters, right, and that sort of thing. Yeah, so, you know, all the fun and excitement that is legally allowed while we're still allowed to have fun. Okay. Yeah, so we'll come in here and we're going to do some other stuff to sort of spruce this up a little bit. Mostly by putting in spruce leaves. We're not going to add, you know, actual spruce and stuff, but also I need to be sure I take a look at the wall from outside of it as well, just to be sure that's still looking okay, you know, that type of thing. Okay. Yeah, so that's all right. No, that's fine. We'll do some more work with that, but all right. Yeah, some bushes or some other things. It'll be good. It'll be all sorts of fun and excitement. Okay. Let's see now. Gonna feel like I need a little bit more there, but let's change materials. Let's come in with some. Honestly, let's go get some saplings before we get too much further. I think I want some oak saplings here. Oak, maybe some birch. Birch would be good too. We'll grab some of those too. You know, because those are fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna avoid the spruce here. I think I want to stick to the birch. Yeah, the birch and the oak. Okay. Let's see. We'll grab a stack of birch saplings. We'll grab a stack of oak saplings. You know, we're prepped here for all the good stuff, right? Yeah, something like that. I need to put the mangrove farm back together, get that running again. That's a problem for future me, but I think we'll deal with that soon enough. Not today, and not tomorrow, but soon. Because if you've been paying attention for a while, watching for a while, you know that I'm coming up on the end of this world. We're going to do a little bit of extra landscaping. We're going to do some things to put the sort of finishing touches on the rest of this world, but it's going to be great. Okay, so yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll plant an oak tree there. Trying to decide if I wanted to try to build a planter out of that one. I don't know. What I might do is get some podzol and just put a little podzol around it. Okay, we've got bushes happening here. Let's see. Let's drop a birch tree over this side. Oh, actually, no, not a birch. We've got a lot of white. And the bark of the birch tree is going to clash with that. But I can plant a couple of birch trees over here. Yeah, we'll plant one there. Do I want to bring around? We'll see. I'll plant a few more here in the middle as well. Now, I could do custom trees. And that might be what we end up doing on Thursday, but we're gonna kind of see here. I think though let's put an oak this way, slap a birch over here. What I don't want to have is a bunch of other weird trees. I guess that's the thing. I don't want to bring in acacia. I don't want to bring in mangrove or something like that. But we do need to put in a few things. And actually what would be really cool kind of built up right in here, I think like a duck pond type thing. Now, I don't know that I want to do it totally sunken in, but something like that here would be cool. Like if we were to bring a pond, I want something that's, again, sort of irregular shaped. So we're just going to randomly place some blocks around here. Yeah, put that in here like so. Let's go and bring in like this. Like that. Actually, let's make this a little bit wider. Yeah, we'll just bring this out a little bit more this way. Okay. Yeah, is that going to be okay? Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right. So spread a little bit of yeah, dude, words. I can't words. Sorry. Can't words. We're out of luck. No, we'll just spread a little bit of stuff here. Now I'm gonna need to come in underneath this. And the reality is I don't really know what I want to do under here. Well, what I could do is go get some more mud. Fill in a little bit of mud. maybe come down a little bit deeper with some extra cobblestone or something underneath, so it's a little bit deeper here. When that's a possibility. So I'm going for something that's got a little bit of a natural look to it. So actually probably not even the cobblestone necessarily, but tough blocks or cobbled deep slate. That's what I need. Let me see if I've... Since I know I left these boxes over here. Do we have any cobbled deep slates? That's a little bit too weavy, thank you. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Some soul sand, maybe. That's an interesting thought. Just yeah, let's go and bring some soul sand. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to want, but we'll take some with us. And let me go get some cobbled deep slate, because that's a thing. Also, get the stupid itchy stuff on my nose. Thought, to be fair, that could be as much my mustache as anything else. All right, how we doing? 7:30. Okay, got time. And probably cobble deep slate. I might have to take a minute. In fact, I think I'm going to do that here. I'm going to pick up some cobbled deep slate. But I need to do a quick run to refill my water. I think I will also take advantage of the time, go hit the bathroom. So I will be back in just a moment. Figure out how to do this without getting ourselves killed by a monstrous beast. Okay? Sound like a good idea? Sounds like a good idea to me, too. I'm not all about that monstrous beast lifestyle. And, you know, they definitely get cranky. But just let them know that that's just not for you. Okay. Still didn't manage to solve my itchy nose problem, but that's okay. I did refill my water, which was important. Turns out, if I was going to make it through the next hour of stream, I was going to need more water. It's just... There's no getting around that. Yeah, you try talking for an hour without drinking anything. It's can be hard on your voice. All right. Yeah, so we'll have a bunch of trees and stuff coming in, which is going to be good. Now, I think what I want to do here, actually, before I get too far down there, is one, let's pack up some of that. But let's also take some of the spruce or some of this cobble deep slate, and I need cobble deep slate slabs and some stairs. Cobbled stairs, thank you. That's the ticket. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to run some, I think, yeah, let's do a little bit of there. And I'm going to take out some of this dirt that's under here too, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. All right, so we're just going to run some of this out this way. And I think, let's see, if I come around here, let's grab some blocks. And what I want to do is, let's come out over here, and I want to bring this down. Let's see. This might be as deep as I want it to go. Okay, so we'll bring in something kind of like that, I guess. Okay. All right. And I'll mix in some tuff and some other stuff in here too. But, and as I said, a little bit of soul sand would be really handy in here somewhere. There, maybe. Okay. Oh, I should have grabbed some mud as well. Because I think mixing the cobbled deep slate with some mud and some other... Woohoo! Okay, that was my speedy boots. Speedy boots definitely being speedy. Yeah, let's go get some mud, because I want to mix some of that down there too. Okay, I think everything is running. See, when I like it when my trains are actually running. You know, they're not crashing into each other, stuff like that. It's good. Everything looks great when it's actually working. I know, weird, right? All the stuff gets picked up. It's just wonderful. So, you know, 'tis a thing. All right. So... worry about that later. Mud. Yeah, let's grab another couple of stacks of mud. Just plain mud here. Not, you know, packed mud or any of that other fun stuff. We're going to have the real, genuine article. Stuff that you sink into and then gets all over your socks because turns out you've got a hole in your shoe and then you're just all squelching all the way home. And that's no fun. But there's ice cream on the way, so it kind of makes up for it. All right, so let's get in here with a little bit of mud. Some muddy mangrove roots might not be a bad thing either, actually. Which, I have mangrove roots. I can get some of that too. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I think I want to come out like here. So that's... Whoa! I'm doing my yo-yo impression again. That might be a little bit low there. Let's grab a stair. I want to put a stair that way. And then let's just grab a block. That'll work. Yeah, this might be okay. So it might be a little bit deep and stuff, but I think it's good. Let's get some mangrove roots because I think some muddy mangrove roots are going to blend in with that area really well. I should have put on my elytra. Oh well. By the time I would have gotten my elytra out and stuff, I'd have been back. You know, I have a jetpack. That's like an elytra, but, you know, slower. I am really looking forward to getting back in to vanilla. That's, you know, I've had a lot of fun in this world. I really have. I've been happy with it. I've enjoyed it a lot. But the time has come, I think. We're getting close to reaching the end of this world, such as it is. And it's going to be good. Oh, good. Mighty oak there. I might replant that one. I like the larger tree there. So if I need to, you know, custom trees are a thing. I can totally do that. All right, so let's craft up some muddy mangrove roots here. And we're going to bring in some of these. Yeah, I think some of these right in here too. Okay. You know, dark oak might be kind of okay here too, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll totally see. That'll slide in there. I mean, I could raise up this middle section a little bit too, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, and yes, I'm gonna, as I said, I'll dig out all of this dirt that's under there, but we shall deal with that in a little bit. So, all right, so let's go ahead and right there, bring some of this cobbled deep slate around down through here. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. And let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll just, it's a little bit of a steeper drop there, but that's okay. That is totally fine. And then we'll come around this side and yeah, it is deep. Let's go and bring some mangrove roots out like so. Okay. That might be too steep. Let's go ahead and back this off just a touch. Okay. So that there's a little bit of room coming through here so that I can that splorch was actually kind of fun, wasn't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in a little bit of this. Just to, smooth out the transition a little bit. Okay, that's going to go. We'll steer up that way. Okay, yeah, see, that's going to be a nice little place. Obviously, we still have a block to fill in here. Let's do that with mud. Sure, we can do that with mud. Okay. All right, we're doing all right. So far, so good. So far, so good. All right. Cool, so let's come in now. I have some tuff around here somewhere, right? Yeah, tuff. Some of the mossy cobblestone might be good too. But and I'll replace some of these slabs with something else. Okay, but you know, some of it's good, but mostly I want to keep the top part of this cobblestone. But I want to bring in, right, I'm bringing in all this this darker color, right? The deep slate and all the stuff, because you know, if the stone got wet, it would look darker. Right? That's just kind of how it works. So I want to do that here. Okay, and bring all of that in. All of that in as well, right? Basically, I'm using the color to make it look wetter than it is. Right? Does that make sense? Maybe, maybe not, but okay. All right. Bring in tough and yeah, some tough in there as well. Okay. All right. Yeah, see, that's got a good look to it. Yeah, so I think let's bring in... Yeah, we'll just do that. And, oh, do I want to use... Okay, I was just thinking, just wondering if I wanted to stick a little bit of mud under there as well, but I don't think so. All right, let's head back here to the crafting setup. And what I want to do is let's get a little bit of mossy slabbage here. Okay. And contrary to popular belief, mossy slabbage does not go well in coleslaw. Sorry, it's not quite a thing that you'd want to do. Nope, not so much. Okay. So yeah, I'm just bringing a little bit of this, especially like where some of this tuff is. Because the tuff blocks have a little bit of green in them too. So, you know, it's nice to bring up a little bit of that. Especially in these blocks that would have a little bit more water around them. Those might be a little bit mossier, you know. And there's some that's not going to be mossy, and that's fine. And I think what I'll do... We'll slip a little bit into the ground around it as well. Okay. Just, oh, actually, let's not do that one. Let's do some tuff there. Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll bring out, let's come out this way too, with a little bit of cobblestone as well. Oh, you know, I have some andesite. Andesite would be good here on some of this too. Let's put some andesite in here. A little diorite might not go amiss either, but that might be a little bit bright in some places. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and andesite that. All right. Now, I don't have water buckets on me because I emptied my backpack. Let's see. Do I happen to have iron and or water buckets over here? Oh, I have molasses buckets. Okay, well, that sounds delicious, but not what I'm looking for. No, not so much. All right. Well, then. Great. Do I have buckets in there? No, of course not. My toolbox just doesn't need buckets, so. Okay. Well, then. Well, here, can I hitch a ride? No, I mean, I could, but the building's a little, the clearance is a little bit low there, shall we say. Okay, here. All right, we'll just go. We'll go. Yeah. All right, so that's going that way. I need to go this way. All right, so what did I need? I needed... I've already forgotten. I was having so much fun riding the train, I forgot what I was getting. I bet it was cool, though. Buckets. That's what I was getting. Okay. Buckets. Oops, no. Buckets. There we go. Couple of water buckets. That'll be perfect. All right. Let's we'll go ahead and sleep, and then we'll go fill in our pond. Because, you know, that's the whole point. I wonder if I have a lily pad. I don't know if I want to put a lily pad there, but a lily pad could be cool in the pond, you know. We'll see. In the meantime, you know, try to cross the street safely, you know, so we don't get hit by trains. Because, you know, that is a thing to be avoided in this world, you know. All the train collision. Okay. Alright. Nice. Alright. So, basically, now what I need to do is fill all of this in. Okay. Yeah. And do it hopefully in such a way that we get source blocks where we need them, and I don't accidentally flood out underneath here, because that would be bad too. You know, all the flooding. That's not what's going to go there. Okay, hang on. I need to fix my whatever I did with my hotbar. Okay. It was having a moment, okay? It was having like 12% of a moment, but okay. Yep. All right, we're getting there. Yeah, so fill all this stuff in. Give ourselves a nice happy little pond. Great. Okay. Also, the little bit of soul soil that's in there, just bringing up a little bit of that bubble action, you know. I could maybe use a little bit elsewhere, but that's kind of nice. It's like it might be a little bit much, but it's if there were fish and stuff in there too. And, you know, I could try to scoop up some fish, right? I could try to find a cod or something that I could put in there, but I mean, there is a river underneath this hill. I mean, I could totally look. Yeah. There's the, you know, the villagers have been slowly migrating, like all of them have been migrating their way into this farm. Okay, which is not quite what I had in mind. Okay. Not quite. You guys come out here. Okay. Yes, do I want villagers in the farm? Absolutely. That's why I put some there. Do I want all the villagers in the farm? Not so much. Okay. Anyway, I was over here looking for fish. Found horses, but horses are not fish, it turns out. I know. Some of you are shocked at this news, but it is true. Ah, there we go. There's some fish. Okay, we'll grab a little bit of salmon. And oh, look, there are turtles out here. Oh, that's cool. Do I want to try to bring turtles into the... No. No, they're cool. This is actually a really nice little lake. I'm not going to do anything with it, but it would be really cool to build a city around it. Right now, there was a river that went through here. I mean, there's now a bridge, but that would be just a cool little area to build around, you know. Is that desert over there, or is that just a really big flippin' beach? I think this is just a really big beach. Yeah. It's just a weird beach. Okay. Like those turtles that are just inland, apparently. They're inland turtles. They're fine. But yeah, that would be a place if somebody wanted to build a community around that, that would be really cute. Well, that person, as I said, is not going to be me, so yeah, got that going for us. This area does look really cute, though. Okay. And, you know, the fish will jump out of the water, right? They'll hit the soul sand, and they'll bounce out of the pond. Get back in the water, okay? It's not safe for you out of the water. You should know better. Salmon are not the smartest fish in the sea, okay? If they spent more time in school, they might be aware of that. But okay. Nice. So we've got a nice little pond there. Okay. Could you like get, you're gonna kill yourself, dude. That's not right. All right, well, maybe putting the soul sand there was not the smartest idea I've ever had. But it looks cool, so we'll go with it. Now, the other thing I could do, I don't have bone meal. Because I suppose a little bit of seagrass or other greenery under there might be good. But I think we're all right. Okay. Now, okay, so some of our trees are growing, so that's good. Some of them are being a little stubborn, that's okay too. All right. Yeah, because I think having a couple of shade trees and stuff is it's a wonderful thing. I don't particularly like that oak, but we're going to leave it there for now. I said what I may do is come in and build a couple of custom trees. And they don't have to be large, right? We're talking about a fairly small area here. All right, but we may come in and do a little bit of that. In the meantime, let's get our tough. And let's craft up some tough. Oh. Nope, we're not going to do it with tough. We are going to andesite. That's what I need. We are totally andesiting our way through this. We're going to take some andesite stairs. We are going to take some andesite slabs. Okay. And we're going to mix and match here with some of this as well. Okay. Now, yes, tough would be good. And maybe some mossy cobblestone and stuff as well. But we're getting there. It's going to be it's a work in progress, all right? You know, we're not going to, it's not going to get overly crazy, I think. All right, we're just going to, that's not going to go there. On the other hand, maybe turning it. Good. Okay, and do I have some? I almost certainly have some of those left. Okay. All right, let's. Yeah, so I'm going to come in and do a little bit of, you know, just some stuff here. This is looking a little bit regular, which is not what I had in mind. Okay. Oh, let's do this. Let's do back-to-back stairs. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's okay. And we'll just run a little bit of... We've got a little bit of crumbled wall happening here, maybe? I don't know. Something maybe kind of like that would be good. Okay. And as I said, I'm going to come around. We'll add a little bit of shrubbery to some of this too. Like I said, putting in some putting in some leaves in a couple of these places. You know, like that might be good, right? Like we've got a little bit of, yeah, there's a little bit of that growing out there like so. And in fact, what would be good here, let's come in with some mossy cobblestone. So you can see the greenery is coming in a little bit more that way, you know? Okay. Looks like the farm is doing better. Yeah, I had to replant it. I don't know why, but the thing just burned through all of its flowers, which wasn't good. So I went and I've harvested a few more. Let them grow up, and it's going. So I think what happened is I ran out of axes and stuff, which is definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. In fact, since I'm standing here looking at it, let's just take a quick peek. Okay, we're doing all right. I added a bunch more a couple of days. Yesterday, overnight, something like that, I was messing around with some stuff. And yeah, just found a couple of places where it's like, yeah, this would be good. I can pick up a few more things. All right. And yeah. And I think what I may do too is come in and put some frog lights, like some of the verdant frog lights, the green ones, put them in under some of these bushes, right? I think that would be all sorts of fun. One, we'll get some extra lighting around the park, which it desperately needs. But, you know, it's all hidden and looks kind of cool too. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's probably okay. Again, we've got some crumbling wall and stuff happening over here. Let's do this. Let's put in andesite here. And we'll put in a little bit of... That's going to be a little bit much, but we'll figure this out. Do I have some andesite stairs? Yes, that is what that is. Andesite stairs. Okay. Yeah, and I could put some in the ground here too, so it's totally flat. But I think we're okay for the moment. There's a lot of just weirdness here, so this is fine. Well, I could work with weirdness. All right, weirdness is a thing that comes naturally to me, and I'm sure some of you out there as well. So we're gonna enjoy some weirdness together. That's a stair. Okay. Okay, and as I said, I'm gonna have to do a pass 2 going around the outside of this to see what this all looks like. Because I'm doing all of the design on the inside. And so definitely going to need to do a little bit of adjustment there. Okay, let's make this one mossy cobblestone, run some andesite down this way. Okay. Yeah, this kind of feels like it's a little bit too tidy. Okay, so yeah, all in all, we're getting there. I like doing rocks. You know, I don't do a lot of terraforming because I do get bored with it fairly quickly. But it is kind of fun to get out here and do some rocks. And, you know, I can get some stone buttons to throw out here too, or some stuff like this, right? Some rocky path or stony path with, stone. I think that would be a thing, right? If we look at all the path blocks, yeah, there's stone and andesite and stuff. So we can throw some of that out here too, where it's sort of crumbling and doing stuff, like right here. There's a large area too. I think I put some spruce stuff over it. But that would look really cool, as it's like, yeah, this is sort of crumbled down and is good and doing its thing, and stuff like that. Okay, let's take this. It's gonna go andesite with that one. This one, I think I want to come in with make that some tough. And honestly, mostly what I'm doing with this is just keeping it kind of different. Okay, that's all. Nothing overly crazy, nothing too bizarre, stuff like that. Just, different. Okay. All right, so yes, definitely a few places here where I'm going to be doing some different things. Not entirely sure what, but definitely different things. Let's pop this down here. Oh, there was a new block. I think that was in 1.21 something. That oh, it's the pale moss, which is really cool because it's gray enough you can mix it in with stone and things like that. But because it's a moss block and not stone, you can actually have grass and things growing on it, which is great for mixing in with walls. Unfortunately, I don't have that, so we're just gonna continue on. Okay. Good. Nothing. So again, just keeping an eye on what's happening at work, making sure I don't have to go in. Let's throw a little bit of mossy cobblestone in there too. In fact, let's bring a little andesite down this way. Oops, that's not andesite. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, this is a little bit big, but I'm okay with that. Let's do it this way. This is just gonna kind of come out this way. So that's more of a rock pile than an actual, like, crumbling wall, which is sort of the look I'm going for. But that's okay. That is okay. Yeah. Okay, and as I said, I want to come in and we'll throw some greenery around some of this stuff, like a little bit right here would be kind of good, I want to pop that up. No, I think that's actually, let's bring this down a little bit. Oops, that's not the way down works. There we go. There we go. Make that a little bit lower there. And let's turn this one. Oh, see, if I do that, it's going to go back to back, which is okay, but and trying to smooth that out a little, or make it so it wasn't quite as smooth. Okay, that's cool. Then I can come in and do a little bit of stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, so far things are working out. Okay. But I do want to come around on the outside here. Because this is really flat out here, which is okay. It's okay, but I'd like to not have it quite so flat. I want to break that up a little bit, you know, so it's, you know, it doesn't look quite as uniform. Okay, and places like this where we've got a block and a fence and things like that. Yeah, we can do cool things like with stairs and stuff, and just pulling some things in, you know. All right, and let's go ahead and we'll say make that a stair. And we are running a little bit. It's a little bit funky here, so. All right. So far, so good. All right. All right. Oh, good. We've got some good things happening. Okay. Of course, I clicked out of something I was looking at, but you know, that's a thing. That is totally a thing. All right. Let us just see now. It's all right. Let's go ahead and turn this one. Okay, we'll see if Minecraft is gonna. Nope, it's gonna say goodbye again. Wow, I don't know why it's crashing so much, but it is definitely having a. Ooh, that crashed in a really interesting way. Like Windows is just flipped out. Okay. Okay, it's getting there. It's trying. It's trying really hard. Okay. It's trying really hard, but let's see. Yeah, if I swap machines and stuff around, I might pull some RAM from one of the machines and add it to the other one. Okay. Nice. Okay, so far so good. Other than the fact that Minecraft has been crashing on me, this is going great. Oh, it's going great. Yeah. So great. All right, so let's get back to the game. Clicky, clicky. All right, because I do want to get at least the first round of this, or gets most of this wall done. I won't have all the greenery and stuff with it, but the rest of it should be okay. Okay, that's okay as a block. Yeah, see, that's fine. Let's come in here with a little bit of, I don't know, maybe let's make it a stair. Okay, I know might look a little bit funky with the two stairs like that, and that's fine. I guess I could make one of these an andesite stair. Yeah, that's okay. And said, one of the things I'll do when I come back around is we'll add things like some benches and a bunch of stuff on the inside of this. Right. I said this little pond is nice. We've lost a fish. Yeah, one of the salmon has died. The other one is just lonely and sad, or maybe it's just celebrating that the other one's gone. I don't know. It's got the whole pond to itself now. But no, given the way it's just sort of face planted into the corner, I think this is a sad fish. This is a sad salmon right here, I think. Yeah, if I've never seen a sad salmon before, this is what I would say a sad salmon looked like. All right, of course, I can't say that I have seen a sad salmon before, so, you know, So that's a thing. Actually, let's make that a slab. Okay, we'll bring some other stuff in and around there. Maybe a touch of greenery here. Yeah, if I bring a little bit of greenery there like that, you know, bushes. Oh, the bushes. Yeah, okay. Let's make this a mossy cobble. Okay. So just messing up these blocks a little bit is definitely definitely helping. Okay. I think it is anyway. And said it's not perfect. We still have torch span. We've got lots of stuff going on that's just not ideal. But we'll see. And where I've planted some of these trees, said I think I'll probably end up like this oak tree I actually like. Okay. Yes, it is a vanilla mighty oak, but I like having this taller tree here. Where the rest of these trees are, I think I'm going to go in and do some, so I might do some custom trees. Not something I'm particularly good at, but, you know, that's okay. You don't have to be good at it to do it, all right? If you want to make a custom tree in your world, you know, you don't have to be like Good Times with Scar or something where you're just a master of trees, okay? That's fine. Just get out there and start building and have fun, and you know, it's okay. All right, so far so okay. So it would be kind of nice to have some slabs and stuff there. Like bushy slabs would be great. I don't have bushy slabs. It's just not a thing that exists, but it would be cool if it did. But no, we don't have bushy slabs. Oh, okay. Yep, that's right. Harvest that chorus fruit. That's right. Get it all. I have a couple of places I think I have to go update some train schedules so they actually go and get chorus fruit. Do we have a crash over here? It just looks like they're sort of waiting on each other. Don't know why they're waiting on each other, but they're definitely waiting. So you just go. All right. We good? Y'all want to go do things? Maybe not. You know, that's okay. You can go. It's okay. Yep, they all just sort of stacked up there a little bit. I don't know why, but something with the signaling was funky. Okay, good. They waited for each other like good, patient drivers. That's what I'm talking about. We definitely want... Oh, he's doing glitchy. Okay. Definitely want good, patient drivers. All right, so how are we doing on this wall? Okay, we're doing all right. So let's get over here and let's craft up some stone things. Okay. So I told you the stone would come in handy. We are going to craft... Oh, it's not stone. Is it cobblestone? Yes, it is cobblestone. I don't want paving. I want... Okay, hang on. Give me a path. I want andesite, diorite, stone. It's stone brick because, okay, of course it is. All right, well, that's fine. We we can turn stone brick into stone strewn path. That's fine. Okay. Also, all of the extra blocks. That's also a thing that we've got lots of. The extra blocks. Okay, so yeah, so we can just take. I actually kind of like some of that grass in there. But yeah, so there are a few places like here. This is one of those things that could end up coming outside the wall here too, right? Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. Doing this with some andesite might be good too. We'd end up with some good color with it and, variation and stuff. So let's come over here and grab the stone cutter and we'll get some more, some andesite stony path. Because, that seems reasonable. Andesite. Cool. And because I realized I made like way too much of this stuff. Andesite, rocky path. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, so there are a few places here where we can just so that's the cobblestone, or that's the andesite, and that's the stone, right? You see just a little bit of a variation. It's not a lot, but it's some, and that's okay. Heck, I could put some of that on top. It doesn't add a lot, right? But it does give a little bit of extra texture on top of the block. Okay, just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, see, this is good. Just going to throw some of this around, and it's going to be fine. All right. I can put it up there too, but that just looks silly, floating on top of the slab. So we're not going to do that, okay? But, there are a few places around where it would make some sense to have some of this. Heck, I could even put some on top of the bush there too, which might not be a bad thing. Honestly, I want to change this out. Let's change this out for a stair like that. Okay. Yeah, see, it just adds, it makes a difference here, right? Just a little bit of extra stony goodness, right? I could even put some, I could put some over here too, but I don't think I need to go that far, right? It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. All right. Good news is that it's like my custom spam filter over on Kick is working, so that's a win. All right, yeah, let's go and just bring some of this stone out. Also, hey, let's drop a little on top of that too. Okay, this actually I think is a place I want to get some bushes in. So we'll just slide a little bit that way. Actually, I could make that a slab. That might be better if a little bit taller. Yeah, as I said, I'll get in under here and we'll put in some frog lights and stuff like that. But that's something we'll deal with in a little bit. Okay. Probably not today. Okay, just looking at the time. Today is probably going to come to a close without adding frog lights. All right. Yeah, we'll throw us a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so this is doing all right. Do I have some mossy slabs? I do. Good. All right, now we're gonna have some stuff going on there. All right. Ah! I got hit by a cookie. That seems, harsh. Getting hit by cookies and stuff. That's just crazy. All right, this is another place I want to put another bush, but we're gonna bring this up kind of this way. All right. Yeah, we'll slide that around over there. And yeah, the fact that it kind of grows out onto the path, maybe not ideal. Let's cut this back a little bit. We'll trim back the verge just a touch. Okay. But that's all right. Yeah, this is a place where the path is sitting a little bit closer to the wall, so it's not quite as handy for some of that stuff, but okay. Yeah, that'll be good. Just a little bit of bushy goodness over there. Kind of down for that. All right. We're doing fine so far. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. All right, so yeah, we've got a fairly good start. There's definitely more that's going to have to get done as we go through this, but yep. Machine is just totally glitched out. It's running. It's just running there. All right. So it's a visual glitch. It's not a gameplay glitch. It's just annoying. If I log out, log back in, it'll resync and everything will be great. Okay. Yeah, and then coming in with some we'll get some bone meal, so we get some taller grass and stuff coming through the center of this area, which I think is going to look good. And we'll need to add some flowers. Instead, I think a couple of strategic benches and stuff would be good. It would be kind of fun to have a bench maybe looking over that way, or sitting over here by the pond. Might be a good thing. So we'll definitely have some seating around here, okay? And I don't know if there's anything else. I kind of feel like I should have a little bit of something else here in the middle. I don't know what though, right? So that's going to be a problem for future me, okay? Come back on Thursday. We'll brainstorm ideas what to put there, but I think for now it's pretty good. All right. Yeah, I like it. That's not a bad area. Okay, and what I can do then is I can expand it. All right, that's the central park area, but then I could expand out some of the design and some of this stoniness coming out here. All right, because the park can come out this way a little bit, and we'll bring it around this way. Okay. At least some. All right. Like I can continue this path out to the front doors or both doors actually of Wasteful Cookies, right? Where you can come in, you can watch the cow races, and get yourself some cookies, right? Because that's part of the fun. That's the whole fun here. Is we're gonna enjoy all of that good stuff, right? Yeah, absolutely. That is the catch or the trick or the something or other that's going to be there. The something. Okay. Plus, I need to bring up the train signals here too. Okay, we'll need to bring those in, and I can street lamp those as well, just to continue the same sort of theme that I've got here, right? Where we've got these double street lamps. We'll continue bringing those around on these things as well. So there's definitely a lot to do, but we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm pretty happy about this. But this is where we're going to stop, because as happy as I am, I do need to actually stop, and we'll keep going on Thursday. It'll be all sorts of good stuff. I do want to give a shout out to all of my supporters here at Music Free Gaming. Whether you're just here watching, whether you're a supporter like those awesome people at musicfreegaming.com, you are all just awesome and amazing, and I want to thank you all for being here. Supporters do get behind the scenes perks and some other benefits, so check that action out. And yeah, next stream will be Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And until then, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.